What if I told you that this tiny 4x4 corner produced over 50 pounds of fresh vegetables last season? And what if I showed you how to create 5 different raised bed systems that cost less than $30 each? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll have everything you need to transform any small space into a thriving garden paradise. I'm about to share 5 DIY raised bed hacks that will completely change how you think about small space gardening. These aren't your typical expensive store-bought solutions. These are clever, budget-friendly systems that anyone can build, regardless of skill level or physical limitations. But before we dive in, if you're serious about creating your dream garden this season, make sure to subscribe to Golden Seniors Living and hit that notification bell. We're building a community of passionate gardeners who believe that age and space should never limit your growing potential. Plus, subscribing ensures you'll never miss our weekly gardening tips and seasonal guides. Now let's dive right into hack number 1, and trust me, this first one alone will save you hundreds of dollars. Hack 1. The stackable crate system. Here's the problem most small space gardeners face. You want multiple growing levels, but traditional tiered systems cost hundreds of dollars and take up way too much floor space. I learned this the hard way when I priced out a commercial 3-tier system last spring, $350 for something that would barely fit on my patio. The solution? Wooden crates from your local hardware store. These typically cost about $4 to $6 each, and here's the genius part. They stack perfectly and create natural drainage without any complicated engineering. Start with your base crate. Fill the bottom 2 inches with coarse gravel or broken pottery pieces. This creates your drainage layer and prevents that soggy soil problem that kills so many container plants. Then add a barrier cloth minus an old t-shirt or coffee filter works perfectly. Don't spend money on expensive landscape fabric for this step. Fill the rest with your potting mix. Here's a money-saving tip. Mix your own soil using 1 part peat moss, 1 part vermiculite, and 1 part compost. This costs about 60% less than pre-mixed potting soil and actually performs better. Now here's where it gets interesting. Stack your second crate on top, but offset it slightly minus about 2 inches to one side. This creates a cascading effect and gives you access to both levels without having to reach over plants. The offset design also means water from the upper level helps irrigate the lower level naturally, reducing your watering time by half. For the ultimate space saver, you can stack up to 3 crates high. That's 12 square feet of growing space in just a 2x2 floor area. Perfect for herbs, lettuce, spinach, and smaller vegetables like radishes and green onions. But here's what most people get wrong with this system. And it's a mistake that can ruin your entire setup. They fill every crate completely full. Don't do this. Leave the top inch empty in each crate. This prevents soil spillover when you water and keeps your setup looking clean and professional. It also gives your plants room to spread without crowding. Here's another pro tip. Paint or stain your crates before assembly. This extends their life from 1 season to potentially 5 seasons, making this system incredibly cost-effective long-term. Hack 2. The repurposed dresser drawer garden. Now before you throw away that old dresser, let me show you something amazing. Those drawers are perfect raised bed containers, and they're completely free if you already have an old piece of furniture gathering dust in your garage or basement. Here's what makes this hack brilliant. Dresser drawers are exactly the right depth for most vegetables, typically 6 to 8 inches. They're also pre-built with sturdy sides that won't bow out when filled with soil, unlike many flimsy containers you'd buy at the store. I discovered this hack completely by accident when I was helping a neighbor clear out their attic. We found this beautiful old dresser with water damage on top but perfectly solid drawers. Instead of hauling it to the dump, we turned it into 6 productive garden containers. First, drill drainage holes every 4 inches across the bottom. Use a 1/2 inch drill bit and work slowly to prevent cracking. Then line the interior with landscape fabric. This prevents soil from washing out while allowing water to drain freely. The beauty of this system is mobility. Add casters to the bottom of each drawer, and you can move your garden to follow the sun throughout the day. This is especially valuable if you're working with a balcony or patio that gets uneven light, or if you need to move plants to protect them from harsh weather. Here's a pro tip that will save you tons of money. Check online marketplaces for people giving away old furniture. Often you can find dressers for free just because one or two drawers are broken or the top is damaged. Those broken drawers don't matter, you're only using the good ones anyway. One dresser typically gives you 4 to 6 individual growing containers. That's potentially 24 to 36 square feet of growing space from a single piece of furniture. Compare that to buying individual containers of the same size, you'd easily spend $100 or more. For extra functionality, you can even use the dresser frame as a potting station or storage area for your gardening tools and supplies. Hack 3. The kiddie pool raised bed. This next hack might sound crazy, but it's absolutely genius for creating large growing areas in small spaces. We're talking about plastic kiddie pools, and before you laugh, hear me out. Here's why this works so well. Kiddie pools are designed to hold water, which means they're built to handle the weight and pressure of soil without cracking or bending. They're also perfectly shallow, most are 8 to 12 inches deep, which is ideal for vegetables that don't need deep root systems. The key is choosing the right pool. Look for rigid plastic pools, not the inflatable kind. You want something that will maintain its shape when filled with 200 to 300 pounds of soil. The hard plastic versions are actually incredibly durable and UV resistant. Start by drilling drainage holes around the perimeter, about 2 inches from the bottom. Space them every 6 inches. This creates a water reservoir at the bottom while preventing waterlogging. The reservoir system means you'll water less frequently, which is perfect for busy schedules or if you travel occasionally. Now here's the clever part. Elevate the pool on cinder blocks or wooden legs. This gives you storage space underneath for tools, extra soil, or watering supplies. It also brings your garden up to a comfortable working height, saving your back and knees. A 6-foot diameter pool gives you 28 square feet of growing space. That's enough room for 12 tomato plants, 20 pepper plants, or a massive salad garden with dozens of lettuce heads and herbs. I've seen people grow enough vegetables in one of these pools to supply a family of 4 with fresh produce all season long. The best part? Most kiddie pools cost between $15 and $25. Compare that to a traditional raised bed kit of the same size, which could easily cost $200 or more. You're getting the same growing space for less than 15% of the cost. For winter storage, these pools are lightweight and stackable, so they don't take up much space in your garage or shed during the off-season. Hack 4. The vertical pallet planter. Now let me show you how to turn a single wooden pallet into a vertical growing system that maximizes space like nothing else. This hack is perfect for tiny balconies, narrow side yards, or any vertical space you can utilize. Standard shipping pallets are usually free from many businesses. Just ask nicely at appliance stores, garden centers, or furniture stores. Make sure you get heat-treated pallets, marked with HT on the side. These are safe for growing food and haven't been treated with harmful chemicals. Here's how to transform it. Stand the pallet upright and staple landscape fabric to the back and bottom. This creates pockets for your soil. Use a heavy-duty staple gun and place staples every 3 inches for maximum security. Then working from the bottom up, fill each slat opening with potting mix. Pack it firmly but not too tightly. You want good drainage and root penetration. The key is to fill gradually and let the soil settle before adding more. The genius of this system is that you're growing vertically instead of horizontally. A single pallet can hold 15 to 20 plants in the space that would normally fit just 3 or 4. This is perfect for maximizing production in minimal space. This works incredibly well for strawberries, herbs, and trailing plants like cherry tomatoes. The plants grow through the slats and cascade down, creating a living wall effect that's both productive and beautiful. Here's a mistake I see people make all the time. They try to plant everything at once. Don't do this. Start with the bottom row and let those plants establish for 2 weeks before adding the next level. This prevents the weight of new soil from pushing out your established plants and gives each level time to develop proper root systems. For extra stability, lean your pallet against a wall or fence. This also provides additional support for climbing plants and creates a more professional appearance. You can also create multiple pallets and arrange them in an L-shape or corner configuration to maximize your growing area while maintaining easy access from the front. Hack 5. The nested container system. This final hack is my personal favorite because it's so incredibly space efficient and adaptable to different growing needs. We're creating a nested system using containers of different sizes, kind of like Russian nesting dolls but for gardening. Start with a large container. This could be a storage tub, large pot, or even a clean trash can. Look for containers that are at least 20 inches in diameter and 12 inches deep. Inside this, place a smaller container, then an even smaller one inside that. You're creating rings of growing space with different depths and conditions. Here's the magic: each ring can hold different types of plants based on their root requirements and growth habits. The outer ring, with the most soil depth, is perfect for larger plants like tomatoes, peppers, or eggplants. The middle ring works great for herbs and lettuce that need moderate root space. The inner ring is ideal for shallow-rooted plants like radishes, green onions, or microgreens. This system is also perfect for succession planting. As you harvest from the inner rings, you can replant immediately without disturbing the outer plants. This means continuous harvest throughout the growing season. The nested approach also creates a natural watering system. Water the center container, and it gradually spreads outward to the other rings through overflow and soil wicking. This ensures even moisture distribution without overwatering any section, and it's much more efficient than watering each section separately. You can create a 3-tier nested system for under $20 using storage containers from any discount store. This gives you the equivalent of 3 separate raised beds in the footprint of one, tripling your growing capacity. For added functionality, you can rotate the inner containers throughout the season to give all your plants equal access to sunlight, or remove inner containers temporarily for harvesting without disturbing the outer plants. These 5 hacks prove that small space gardening doesn't have to be expensive, complicated, or overwhelming. Whether you choose the stackable crates for versatility, the dresser drawers for mobility, the kiddie pool for maximum growing area, the pallet planter for vertical space, or the nested containers for efficiency, you now have the tools to create an amazing garden in any space. The best part, you can start with just one of these systems and expand as your confidence grows and your space allows. Pick the hack that excites you most, gather your materials, and start building this weekend. Many of these systems can be assembled in under an hour. Remember, gardening is about progress, not perfection. Every plant you grow is a step toward greater self-sufficiency, healthier living, and the satisfaction of growing your own food. Your small space garden adventure starts now, and I can't wait to see what you create. If this video helped you reimagine what's possible in your space, please give it a thumbs up and share it with anyone who might benefit from these ideas. And don't forget to subscribe to Golden Seniors Living for more budget-friendly gardening solutions that prove age and space are never barriers to growing your own food.